Okay, you guys, what is up? The King of Lightning is here today to do Toriko Chapter 197 review. Now, this Chapter of Toriko, people, honestly, I thought, I could have swore that Mount Turtle was the strongest of all the four. But after seeing Gaoh, I was like, what the fuck? Like, seriously, like, Gaoh, super impressive. I mean, that one lazy paw, like, that caught my attention so quick, because he was like freaking, and like the entire land itself like just concaved in. I was like, what just happened, man? The power of the Fang King is not to be trifled with, okay? It's serious shit. Like, this is the human world's strongest. Imagine the gourmet world's strongest. Oh man, that's crazy, dude. Yo, the gourmet world's strongest are probably throwing continents at each other just for fun. Like, fuck it, you know. Yeah, they probably are. Like, seriously. But yo, this guy, Gaoh, very impressive. I mean, Mount Turtle was some shit last week, but this week it's all about the Fang King, straight up. All right. Now, basically, this chapter is broken down. Well, you know, yeah. Let me do the summary. So basically, it starts off with Komatsu and Rin, and Komatsu and Rin are 5 kilometers away from the battle zone. So clearly, they're taking precautions as to not get involved with Toriko and the Fang King. And by the way, like, this chapter in of itself is just a fight between the two, or like between the three, Toriko versus Gaoh. And basically, Rin takes even more precautions, and she surrounds the area with some kind of fragrance in order to mask their scent, since Gaoh is a beast king species and probably has a keen sense of smell, which is really smart. And then what happens here is that we see the face-off, Toriko riding Terry, and then we see Gaoh, and then I have no idea what happened, but apparently something else caught Terry's attention, and Terry looks the other way, and I have no idea what it was. I'm not too sure as to what caught his attention. Maybe Terry sensed something amiss with the other 4 Heavenly Kings, because we see Coco, and then we see Terry, and then we see Toriko fighting Gaoh, but we don't see Zebra or Sunny. So the thing here is that maybe Terry sensed something amiss with those 4. I mean with the other 2. But then again, you need to realize that I believe Gaoh is in the eastern part of the human world. So I'm not too sure if Terry's senses can go that far. But who knows? And basically, Gaoh, he sees that Terry's not seeing him, and Gaoh got pissed. He's like, no, fuck that shit. What happens? Because they said something about, like, his pride came to a boiling point, and he raises his paw, and it seemed so lazy, so innocent. I'm like, okay, not a big deal. He raises a paw, and then all of a sudden, like, the land itself kind of like caved in and like rose up on some like white beard shit, and I was like, what the fuck is happening? Like, seriously, I was like, yo, one lazy paw, just yeah, and then just bam, and I was like, wow, the Fang King just rose in the leaderboards. It's straight, seriously, because I thought that Mount Turtle was like the top of like the 4 fucking beasts, but yo, honestly, dude, Gaoh is impressive, but it doesn't stop there. What happens here is that basically it winds up being an assault. It's Gaoh, and he's assaulting the shit out of Terry and Toriko, and then he starts biting, and he's making like all these weird marks in the land. He opens his jaw like a weird and like a weird motion, kind of like a snake or like a viper, and goes like this, like starts biting, and he's missing, but he's taking chunks of land, and I'm like, oh shit, okay. And then what happens is that Terry dodges, gets underneath him, and Toriko has a little test does a 30 Ren Kugi punch with 30 Ren Kugi punch it, okay? And I love the Kugi punch. I love that shit. But 30 Ren Kugi punch with one arm, and then Gaoh takes that shit. I'm like, yo, that's only 2 away from what happened with the with the Death Falls. But no, doesn't mean shit to Gaoh. He takes that and looks at Toriko like, and I'm like, oh shit, Gaoh. And so what happens here is that Toriko decides to measure Gaoh's capture level with the measuring tongs. And then they go on some detail about the measuring tongs, how the measuring tongs were created from some weird chameleon that had the ability to sense one's energy level by using one of its tongues. So that's what the measuring tongs are made out of, like the chameleon's tongue. So what happens here is that Terry goes in for, because apparently the tongs themselves need to actually connect with the creature and has a range of 50 meters. So what happens is that, Toriko and Terry, they blitz in there, but Gaoh, once again, lazy, nonchalant, like, paw things, but he goes like this, like literally, he goes like this, and like the ground is just cutting. I'm like, ah, man. I was like, bro, Gaoh, seriously, and they just cut. So okay, so and then he says, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna do a flurry of these things. So I'm going like this the entire time, and he's slashing up the earth. Terry, using her speed, she dodges, and then she gets in there, and bam. Toriko Toriko measures the capture level of Gaoh, and it's not 100, it's 127, which I was like, damn, 127. But here's the thing that caught me off guard, because the data transferred over to Rin, and apparently Rin got Sunny's data as well, and apparently the King Octopus Kong is 5 levels higher than Gaoh. I'm like, what? That weird Octo Ape is stronger than Gaoh? Okay, alright, yeah. I mean, that to me is crazy. It's crazy. So basically, basically, these four beasts are stronger than 100 capture level. And basically, Rin decides to rewatch the video that the president gave them, since Zebra turned it off before the president's last words. And then Toriko decides to go all out and use what he's learned from the Food Honor and to try and beat the Gaoh with all of his strength and might. And then we get a cutscene. And then like the last panel is Coco. And Coco is staring down Invade Death. And he just says, man, I'm beat. Just how many antibodies does this guy have? And then we see a panel, and it appears that the land itself is like deteriorating. I have no idea what exactly is going on. Like, that fight looks very interesting. Like, I have no idea what Invade Death's abilities were, but it appeared that shit would just either melt or like deteriorate near him. So, and Coco is fine this fucker, alright? And Coco, he's not sweating. Coco is not sweating. He looks just fine. I have no idea where Kiss is. Kiss, I'm pretty sure, is like flying off somewhere. Because I don't think that Kiss has a strong... Like, I have no idea if Kiss... I have no idea if Kiss's antibodies are strong enough to be in the area of Invade Death and Coco. But, it's cool. It's whatever. I mean, Kiss isn't that real combative anyway. So, that's cool. And then, that's it, right there. So, basically, it appears that next chapter of Toriko, we're gonna see Coco against Invade Death, and that should be very interesting. And then after that should be the King Octopus Kong and Sunny, and then they're gonna save Zebra for last, because Zebra and his freaking Dharma horse, doing weird shit. But it's okay, it's okay. I'll wait. But I'm very curious because I did not expect the King Octopus Kong to be on a higher level than Gaoh. That to me is very, very intriguing. And I also want to see the results of the training. from the other 3 Heavenly Kings. I want, because see, I know what Sunny's been through, but Coco, it's kind of like we don't know what he's been doing. We do know, like, the last time we saw him, he can make some poison armor, but it's kind of like, what else can you do, you know? And Zebra's Zebra. So I really want to see what they can do. But that being said, this Chapter of Toriko, overall, it's just a simple fight between Toriko and Terry versus Gaoh. And it was very good. I mean, Gaoh came off strong, off the gate. The sense of danger is there, but Toriko is not sweating it. That's what's so cool. You know that these fuckers are so powerful, but the 4 Heavenly Kings themselves are not sweating the situation. They're mad chill. Toriko is chill. Coco is chill. Zebra, he's always chill. Alright? Niggas get cocky with Zebra, he fucks them up. And Sunny, well, he's not chill per se, but since the King Octopus Kong is ugly as shit, then he's going down too. Obviously. So, with that being said, King of Lightning, be sure to rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. This Chapter of Toriko, good chapter. It was a good chapter. Not phenomenal, it was good. Because it was the fight and no real elaboration. In my opinion, they spent a little too much time explaining about the tongs themselves. It was like, you know what, like, they're tongs. Fuck it. You know, just go ahead and use them. But, you know, whatever. It's still good. It's still a good chapter. So I'll see you guys later. Peace. Have a nice day.